Oh yes, hello. What's up, the tripper in the house? Yes, salam alaikum, shalom, and wagwan. Yeah. So remember to like. I know I say this every time, but remember to like because the haters are out there. The pitchforks are out. They don't like truth tellers, like your man's the Triple B. Now, yeah, I'm talking about this fight. So obviously, you know, people talk about weight divisions and pound for pound and all this all the time, and Roman Gonzalez, the 8 stone pound for pound champion. Come on, man. I mean, really is. As the lower down the weights go, the less excited I am about watching the fights because they're less likely to have the drama, the KO drama. And, the truth is, I want to respect a man like Sonny Edwards, who's world champion, yeah? He's only managed to knock out 4 guys or whatever it is who are 8 stone. I mean, this guy's pathetic, man. He's been beaten up, by 13-year-old Bengali boys, He gets slapped all over the shop by any half-decent, street fighter. So there's that difference. And he can go, I'm the best, I'm the best boxer in the flyweight division. I'm the champion, the world champion. But it doesn't mean anything in real terms, okay? They don't have height divisions in basketball, do they? You don't have if you're under 5'5", oh, they're still pound for pound the better team than, the Lakers that can take people of any height. I mean, it's nonsense, isn't it? Really. Well, claiming the pound for pound weightlifter who weighs 8 stone is as impressive as the super heavyweights. And they go, oh yeah, the little guy can lift 3 times his weight, but come on, man. You know who the strong boy, you know who the top dog is. Same thing with the boxing, The heavyweights are always going to be the king because they'll beat anyone below them, even if they're not. Even a heavyweight is not that skilled, or batter the low weight guys. So you got I obviously keep more of an eye on the heavyweight division in that sense. It's more interesting to me, and there's nothing like a good heavyweight prospect and a good heavyweight fight. That's not to say, of course, the lower fights still got plenty of interesting, exciting fights. People say they're more skillful, And obviously, then the occasional guy like Nazim Hamed comes around, and you're like, blood clot, Yeah, man, but he was super excitement, He was also very rare talent, And I would, I'd rather watch a couple of heavyweights who are evenly matched and who can punch, who are not that great, than a Gayweather fight, Unless I wanted to go to sleep, then I put on the latest Floyd Gayweather fight, and have a good kip, because it's so boring, man, so dry. Anyway, so let's get to the fight. So we've got this fight today between the former Scottish cruiserweight champion, yeah, that's right, and the former Scottish heavyweight title challenger, Jay McFarlane, and the king, the WBC champion. I'm not talking about the World Boxing Council champion, the World Boxing Corey champion, the one, the only. He's got the body of a Greek god. He's handsome, he's tanned, all right? And he's got a large Corey on him. We're talking, of course, about Guido Vianello, the Corey king of the heavyweights. He stands alone. Now they're fighting. They're fighting tomorrow on Saturday, October the 29th, in Italy. And, let's start with Jay McFarlane. I did another video on him when he fought for the Scottish title. It was the first Scottish title fight against Nick Campbell, and I think it was like 77 years or something crazy, 70 odd years. And I said, listen, McFarlane's actually got quite a lot of talent, but he's lazy. He doesn't train hard. He's fat, and Nick Campbell's not that, not that talented, but he's got a bit of a punch. He looks ordinary. But McFarlane got stopped. He basically kind of gassed a bit. I'd put a bet on McFarlane. Was hoping he'd win, but he came in at like 270 odd pounds. Remember, this is a guy who fought as a cruiserweight. He won the Scottish Cruiserweight Championship. Okay? And the weird thing was, he's one of them guys that... So he obviously knuckled down. To his training. Because he started off as a heavyweight. Yeah? And he fought his 3rd fight in Madison Square Garden. He lost on points because he didn't train properly again. So McFarlane, he's got talent. Like I said, he's not really a puncher. Okay, he started off in about 230, 240, and then he started to get bigger, right? 250. And then suddenly, boom, he dropped down to heavyweight. Cruiserweight. And won the Scottish cruiser title, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool thing to have. Then in his next fight, which was 5 months later, he put on 37 pounds, went back to heavyweight. And he dropped back down to 205 at one point. He goes up and down. But now he weighs 200. In the fight against Nick Campbell and the one before, 276 pounds. I mean, that's ginormous, man. I mean, unless you're the Jug of Chad. Even that's bigger than the Jug of Chad, okay? And the Jug of Chad is pure muscle, all right? Like I said, McFarlane has had a very, very interesting life, He's one of them characters, so he is. A real character, eh? Like I said, he thought his third fight in Madison Square Garden randomly. He lost on majority decision. Probably didn't train for that properly. And then when he was young, at the age of 10, he was taken into an orphanage in Dominican Republic in the Caribbean. And, he would have been the only white kid there, him and his brother, who was autistic, and it would have been hard, man. He stayed there for a few months because his parents got nicked for transporting Charlie. This is a picture of his mum. I mean, some people would say she's a bit of a MILF. She's a bit of a MILF. But I don't use them words, but here she is. Oh, the other thing, so McFarlane, right? Along with his slightly crazy life. I don't know about the drug world, but look at him. He likes to get his drugs on, not just to drink and the food. But he got stabbed 4 times. Yeah. I don't know. I can't find anything really reporting it. I can't find any... what's it called? Description of the incident. Just a little a tweet that he put out. Yeah, and there's something on Dave Allen talking about it, but that's it, man. Which is quite weird. You expect someone like that to appear in the papers. He said in a carjacking incident. I mean, I assume that means someone was trying to grab his car and he got stabbed up. But yeah, it's a bit weird. When you only hear, I don't know. I'm not doubting he got stabbed, but apparently went straight back to training in a month. When you've been stabbed 4 times, I don't know, man. I'm not doubting it, but what's the big story anyway? Might be interesting to know, but it's just another feather in McFarlane's cap of a weird life, man. Unfortunately, these guys' stories don't usually end up that bright. And McFarlane, set his pictures of him, and no homo, he was quite a good-looking lad. He's obviously got charisma, he could box a bit. He could make he could certainly make some Dave Allen type money at least. I'm not saying he's the most talented in the world, but he gets copy. He gets people will put him on their channel because he's fun. But then he started to tattoo himself everywhere, dye his hair green, tattoos on the face. I don't understand. It's got to be some form of self-hatred. Obviously, people are just copying other people. Back in the day, no one would have a tattoo on their face, their neck. People would think you're a nutter. Even if you had loads of tattoos, people think you're a nutter. Even if you had 1 or 2, they think, he's a bit of a, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Now everybody's got them, and, all kinds of guys that are complete fannies have got tattooed hands, faces, necks, and it looks pathetic, man. I think in Jay's case, there is a bit of a weird kind of, I don't know, man, it seems he's damaged in some way, I would sort of suggest. I don't want to be like a pub psychologist, but, he's obviously a little bit troubled, and instead of training hard, he gets his drink on, his food on, loads of food, and gets really, I would suggest I'm not saying he should go down to cruiserweight, but I would suggest he should be about 230 pounds at the most, 277 pounds he weighed. What did he weigh for Guido? 106. I hate when I weigh kilos, Kilos is such a whack weight. To imagine someone and say, you're 100 kilos. I don't know what that looks like. If you say someone's 16 stone, right? That means 2 Sonny Edwards. It's easy to imagine. And also, it's not just that. A stone is a fairly solid lump of weight. Whereas, I don't know what 1 kilo looks like. Anyway, so what's his face? Jay McFarlane, the Highlander, I think, calls himself. Or maybe he doesn't. But because he's Scottish, I assume he calls himself the Highlander. Sorry, apologies to me Scottish fans. He calls himself the Ghost. And he's from Glasgow, so he ain't no Highlander. That's a part of Scotland. Gary Cornish, who outboxed Gay Jay for almost a minute. It was the Highlander, but yeah. He's called the Ghost, and it's only because he's white. It's like Kelly Pavlik. He say, oh, he was a ghost because he was so hard to hit, and he's never been hard to hit. It's just because he was white. And he used to say all the black Americans, and go, oh, look, you're fighting a ghost tonight. And then they get a beat down. But so he's 126 kg, which is what's it called? Let's have a look in stone. That's 19.5 stone in pounds. 278 pounds if you're going to round up. I mean, that's just... And he's been saying, right, oh, I know how much I can achieve in boxing. I just haven't put my back in it. I never trained. That's why I lost the fights. I mean, that's not really an excuse. You're a pro boxer. You're supposed to train. Well, I mean, you're messing with your health as well. The less you train, the more punches you're going to take, obviously. You know, and he's quite nimble on his feet, the little, you know... he's not little, but a fat man. You know, he's quite nimble. You know, he shouldn't be taking all them shots. And because he'll take them, he'll gas and start getting tired and take punches like he did in the Campbell fight. He got a bit of a hiding at the end. Yeah. Anyway, he's done this whole interview. Oh, yeah, oh, no, I've decided to put my back in it and really train on. And, you know, Vianello's in trouble. The Corey King's in trouble. And he come in wearing exactly the same way as he did against Campbell when he said he didn't train. I mean, you know. And he comes in, he weighs in, and yeah, it's good theatre. You know, with the makeup on his face, he likes to wear sort of funny suits. You know, obviously he does the kilt thing, but now he's wearing a Viking outfit, and you know, he's trying to stare down the Corey King. Vianello doesn't want none of it. He's not interested. He knows. I've got the pedigree. I've done the WSB. I fought some top fighters. I've been in Tyson Fury camp. You know, this fat tub of lard, is not going to challenge the Corey King. Okay? You can see that in Vianello's eyes. He got no chance against the Corey King. I don't even bother stare you down because you're just a waste of time, you fat pig. And he's right in any way. And you know, I'd like to see guys like McFarlane do well. Like I said, I put money on him against Campbell because he was like 8-1. I thought, this guy's a good fighter. If you can just, you know, Campbell's pretty crude and novice-like, but you know, McFarlane just let himself down with his fitness. Imagine being able to say, yeah, I'm the first Scottish heavyweight king for 70-odd years. But no. Instead, I'll get beaten up because I didn't train properly by a wee posh prick, a Tory bastard. So he is. He was slagging him off, weren't he, Campbell? But he's the one who got beat down in the end. And, you know, as I said, I like the ones with a little bit of a story and a wee bit of character. But you've got to train properly, man. We can't have faith in you unless you're going to train. And like I said, I was at a soft spot for a fat heavyweight, but you can be fat and have some level of fitness, you know? Not just gas out with your stupid tattoos and, you know, green hair and, oh, well, I should have won, but I did not train. Well, do train for once. And this time he said he has trained, but he's obviously lying. Yeah. And, you know, the Corey King. So McFarlane's been stopped once by Campbell, so I expect the Corey King can punch Vianello. I think he stopped all his opponents. He had a weird draw against Kingsley eBay. I haven't seen that fight, so I can't really comment on whether that's a fair decision and why that happened. But Vianello in Italy will stop, what's his name? Will stop Jay McFarlane. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping that they would, you know, it'd be somewhere on TV on Dead Zone, but nah. I think they're concentrating DAZN are concentrating on Katie Taylor vs Carvajal. I mean, I don't even know why I know she's fighting. Only because I've seen it flashed up. I mean, imagine wanting to watch that crap. So yeah, we won't watch it. I don't know. Maybe there's a stream on ESPN. I think it's on ESPN too. But either way, I'll just be interested. I expect the Corey King to stop McFarlane. I reckon, yeah, 6 and 7, between 6 and 7. Yeah, the Corey King will lower the boom. He's got some early round knockouts, a lot of first and second round knockouts. In fact, you know. In fact, let me look. The Corey King, 1, 2, 3, 4 first round knockouts. Okay, out of 10 fights, 1, 2, 3 second-round knockouts. So that's pretty impressive, man. I don't know what happened with eBay, but I don't know, man. I'm giving McFarlane the benefit of the doubt. I'm starting to think maybe he'll get done earlier, but yeah, I mean, he's not going to win despite his boasts about how he's turned his training around. And why he's so fat, man? Come on, get yourself together. He's still young, isn't he, McFarlane? So he can get it together. I don't think he will. He's only 24, man. Huh? He's only 24, and like I said, everyone likes a bit of a story, a bit of a character, but take your stuff seriously, blood. For goodness' sake, you'll just be some fat old pisshead in the pub. If you lived that long, saying, "Oh, I could have been a contender." But I was a Scottish cruiserweight king, so I would. They'd be like, "How the hell did you get down to cruiserweight, you fat pig?" But yeah, amazingly, he did. He did. So yeah, hopefully he'll get it together. But yeah, the Corey King will march on in all his glory with his Corey, And that's Guido's story. And yeah, I'll be interested just to see how it looks for Vianello, because we need some new blood, right? Everyone's getting a bit old and they're going to retire. Usyk, Gay J, right? What's his face? Tyson, obviously. Joe Joyce is 37. Where's the new blood? We got Bakalolov, Jakubir Bakalolov from, I think, Kazakhstan, and then who else? Well, I'd like to see the Corey King, Guido, and see if he can go forward one level. I don't know, man. He's boxed at the top level as an amateur, but he don't win anything big. And Tyson raves about him, but I think that mainly he was so impressed by Guido's Corey, he couldn't look beyond the Corey status of Guido, and he was just like, I wish you could see some envy in Tyson. Go, yeah, I'm the heavyweight king, but I'd like to be tanned, have a body of a good eat god, good looking, and have a large Corey on myself. So there's definitely some jealousy there. Not nastiness. I think he respects Guido, but mainly, I think obviously he's tough, Guido, and can punch, but I think the respect comes mainly from the large Corey.